Hey guys, Ray from loveyourrv.com. So if you followed me last summer, you know that I became a Lippert and what they call an ambassador. Basically, I'm installing their products and doing reviews on them. And they did quite a number. I'll link back if you missed those videos. I also did an update in the fall, and I have a planned one-year update this summer just to see how the products are performing on the rig. Anyway, they also contacted me this spring and asked me to look through their store and see if there's anything else I would be interested in reviewing and installing on the rig. And I came across this page with Alpha Systems, now exclusively distributed by Lippert. Seem to make a lot of sealants and roofing products, and my rig's 10 years old, so the old roof is starting to go downhill, especially the slide. So I had them send me some of this SuperFlex roofing material. Now I was really interested in this because it's not an EPDM material like is on my rig, but they call it an olefin-based single-ply membrane. It's supposed to not chalk or fade, so I thought I'd give it a try on the slide, and if it worked out really well there, I could down the road do the main roof. Main roof's still in pretty good shape. I take good care of it, but the slide is starting to get little black dots on it where the underlying black rubber material is starting to show through, so it's starting to get a little worn. So I thought this would be a good opportunity to replace that. And also I'll go through, they sent out some of their materials to do that. I'm going to pull all the flashing around the slide and have a look at it, and then I'll use some butyl tape and reseal all the flashing. And they also have some different sealants, lap sealant and sealants for the sidewalls, so we'll be able to test out some of their products. Anyway, let's get to the roof job. So it actually came in this big cardboard tube, I guess to protect the material during shipping. Pulled that out. Looks like I've got 49 inches wide. That's plenty. My slide is around 36 inches. But I'm just going to pull it off the roll and double check that I do have 15 feet because my slide is 12 feet long. So if they sent a 10-footer, it's not going to work. So before I start peeling off the old stuff, I just want to make sure I do have the right length of new stuff. Okay, looks like I have plenty. I actually have 18 feet. That's the material. Not very thick at all. Kind of textured on the top. So I think that's the top. I'll have to read up, make sure I put it on the right way around. Kind of smooth on one side and a little textured on the other. Okay, got a couple select tools for the job. Power drills with good Robertson bits. That's the screws that hold everything together on there. Got a hand screwdriver. A couple utility knives with really sharp blades for cutting off the old rubber roofing and cutting through some of the sealant on the flashing. And then I have what's called a hive tool. This thing's been great for prying things, so it doesn't have any really sharp edges on it. So I find it's a really good tool for getting under something and lifting and prying it open without damaging anything. And then I got my VAM pliers, because I know start pulling some of those screws out, some might be a little rusty, or I'll round off the screw with the bit. Then I can grab the screws with these and twist. They're really good. They have kind of, you can see the teeth on them, so they're great for extracting screws that have been stripped. And my good old Warner ladder can extend up to 13 feet. Folds, telescopic, folds in half. Right there I can stand on it. It gives me about 5 feet of lift. It's held up really well. I've had this for years now. Okay, so that took a lot less effort than I was planning on. A little bit of wrangling, but it just peeled right off. Decking looks pretty good. It says it's 3/8. Looks like they had an 8-foot piece and a 4-foot piece to make 12. Everywhere looks pretty dry except this one corner here. You can kind of see here, this is where the bulk of the water comes off the slide. Just the way things are tilted, it's always coming off this corner, so it's not mushy or anything, but a little bit of water intrusion has happened. I think what I'm going to do is clean it up, and I'll probably put a bit of epoxy resin just on that corner to waterproof it a little bit better. But overall, I'm really happy. There's a few popped staples. I don't know if you can see them there. So I'll have to pull them out. I might put some screws in there. And it looks like they put tape down. It's almost like they should have put tape along that seam. But anyway, I'll have a good look and take out any staples that need to be taken out. And maybe use some screws instead. Just clean up the surface and get everything really flat. I'm gonna have to peel off all the old butyl tape here. Just looking, inspecting this side, the board looks good, nice and dry, but this is the front, so not much water comes off this. A little bit worse towards that back corner, like you saw up on the roof there. A little bit soft there, so I'm probably going to leave that for a good day or so, let everything dry out, and we'll seal it up really well. I'll kind of have a peek in there and see if any mold's happening, but I kind of doubt it because this is all aluminum beams. There's not really much wood in the slide at all. And then here's my flashing. So I'll have to clean all that up as well. These rubber beads look like their gaskets are starting to get a little bit iffy, so maybe I can find a place to get those. They just slide into the channel there. So if anybody knows in Canada a good place to order those, let me know. But I got quite a bit of work getting all the old sealants and stuff off all those flashings. And most of the screws aren't in that great a shape. I'm going to source some of those, put all new screws in there, see if I can find some maybe stainless screws that same size. Replace those too. Okay, there we go. That's part one for you, where I took everything off, stripped it all down. Now I'll get to cleaning it all up, and in part two we'll come back probably in a day or so, and I'll start to put down the glue and get the new roofing in place, and then get all the flashing back in place for you. So, Ray from loveyourrv.com. Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay tuned, folks. Cheers.